Hey guys, okay, so this is Ziki here, and I just want to give an announcement that tonight we're not going to be having our usual, live streaming because the guest that I wanted to bring here, unfortunately, they were caught up with some other things, so they cannot be here. But it's okay. I'm just going to share with you this particular video that I came across that was done by one called GP, the Caterpillar, and also I will talk briefly about this Lesotho story that I came across. Let me just close my door here, okay, so that I don't make some noise there. Okay, so I'm back. So, like I said, the guests that were supposed to be here tonight, they told me that they are occupied, so we cannot have our usual discussion because it's something that is prepared, right? But anyway, let me first of all talk briefly about Lesotho. I just want to know what you, my friends, think about this issue of the free movement. Okay, they say the free movement of Lesotho, who are saying they want Lesotho to be the 10th province in South Africa. Okay, so they want to join South Africa as the 10th province, and also the movement said that they want the government of Lesotho to allow people to vote if they want to be part of South Africa or not. Okay, so they had some marching in South Africa, and also they have another group which is based in Lesotho. So I just wanted to know what you think, guys. We're going to Lesotho wants to be a province of South Africa because they are saying, well, we already depend on South Africa on many things. Okay, so why not just be part of South Africa once and for all, and just have this one president? Okay, instead of us being Lesotho, and yet we depend so much on South Africa. And also they were saying that in Lesotho things are not really working properly, governance and everything. So I just found it to be very, very interesting. That is the reason why I decided to share it with you, my friends. Anyway, but that is not all I wanted to share with you, okay? I just wanted to share the video that I came across that was done by one guy. I suppose he's a South African. And many of you guys who follow social media, I think you already know him. His name is GP. GP the Caterpillar. This is the name that he goes by on Facebook. So he did his video yesterday, and where he was talking about South Africans should not be chasing away Zimbabweans and this or foreigners. Okay, and then today he did another video again where he was saying that he received a lot of messages from South Africans who were bashing him, saying that why are you siding with the foreigners? Okay, so right now I'm just going to be playing for you the video, okay, so that you can listen to what he said. All right. Okay, let's get this.
South Africans, stop moving around and evict foreigners who are selling in the street. Don't do that. Don't forget that we are dealing with illegal immigrants. A lot of people will die. A lot of people will die. In the first place, we don't have borders. I want to be clear. We don't have borders. You understand? We are living with strangers. To evict people who are selling in the street. It's going to bring a lot of crimes. Because those people, they won't go home. ANC are the one who allowed those people to be here. Tantalax, please. You are facing the wrong people. You are fighting with wrong people. Unless if you are fixing ANC. If you are fixing ANC, it's fine to do that. So that ANC, a government, can intervene. But if you are not fixing ANC, what you are doing it is going to bring a lot of crime. All of us South Africans, we don't want to live with undocumented. Even the people who are documented, they don't want to live with undocumented because of the safety reasons.
Interesting, yeah?
Please, stop doing those things. The only way to stop this is to face the truth. We know who allowed those people. Don't act like you don't know who allowed those people to be here. Don't act like you don't know who allowed those people to operate those businesses without paying tax. Don't act like you don't know who allowed those people to use our hospital, clinics. You are fighting wrong people. Please don't do that. Don't do that. That's not a solution. Don't fight with those people who are trying to make some living. They are poor, those people. They are not doing crime. They are on the street selling it. They are not selling it at night. They are selling daylight. Please don't do that. It's going to bring a serious crime. In the first place, we don't have borders. What is the use of deporting foreigners while we don't have borders? What is the use of taking all those jobs, positions, sponsorships, market, everything, and foreigners? Like, let us be fair, guys. All those people, how are they going to survive? How are they going to survive? They will commit crimes. They will commit crimes. And then they won't be found. They won't be traced. So the issue is to close borders. If you want to fix this in Tlantalaks, please face the truth. The issue is to push a government to close borders so that we can be safe. And I want to remind you something, Tlantalaks. There is a lot of people, South Africans, landlords, who give those people a place to stay. They are paying rent. Some of South Africans, children, their parents, they are gone, they're dead. So they are relying on those money, which is foreigners are paying, which is are paying for the rent. So they are living with money. There is many ways to fix this. ANC, they're the one who allow all those things to happen in this country. So we mustn't fight with poor people. We mustn't fight with poor people.
What do you think, guys?
What's going to happen? We'll have a serious, crime. Crime. A crime, it will rise like nobody. A crime, it will cross, rising. Because those people, they will be on the street. Tell the government, push the government to remove these people. To put army on the borders. To protect it. It doesn't help anything to evict those people while they can't even go to Zimbabwe. They can't even go to Malawi. They can't even go to Maputo. The situation there is bad. It's bad. You will chase people Kosoweto. Those people, they will run into Tembis. We'll chase those people here in Tembis. They will run into Togos. We'll chase them go Togos. They will, they will be all over. The issue is the borders. We need to push the government to do the right thing. But the problem is ANC, they won't do anything. ANC, they don't even listen to the poor. ANC, they want, if you want something from ANC to intervene to this stupid government, you must ban things, destroy the infrastructure, and we are destroying those things in our townships. Why those people are not even living here? They are living over something, they are living over for Victoria, but the hills, the suburbs, all clear water, they are living in beautiful places. And when is, please stop evicting people. and face the right people. Unless if in the last you are fixing ANC. If you are fixing ANC, you can even move around and evict poor people. Just do that. Carry on. But if you are not fixing ANC, my friend, please, my brother, don't do that. Don't do that. We need to remove ANC. We must remove ANC so that we can get a proper government. Please. It's not a solution. It's not a solution.
Okay, so this one here, the first video that I've shared with you, the first one is the one that he did first, okay? And then later on, he came to say that a lot of South Africans were coming into his inbox saying that, why are you siding with the foreigners? Why are you taking the sides of foreigners and this and that? So he again came out on a live stream again and did another video, which I am going to share with you again here so that you can listen to what he said again, responding to the people who were coming into his inbox.
A lot of people are inboxing me, are complaining that I'm standing with foreigners while they're fixing the country. I'm not standing with foreigners. People don't want to face the truth. Face the truth. I don't know why it's so difficult for a lot of South Africans to understand where the problem. I don't support the independent.
Interesting, eh? So a lot of people have been.
I don't support France. I'm not caring also about what's happening in this country. That's why I'm always online shouting, because I love the country. But we must face the truth. Foreigners are not the ones who are making this economy, our economy, to collapse, are not the ones. South Africans, I know that a lot of South Africans, you are depending on the 50s. So that the 50s is making a lot of South Africans be scared to face the truth or to join Operation Dudula to move forward in order to fix these messes.
Okay, so the guy is actually saying.
I will repeat again that, those free things which is South Africans, we are getting it from ANC. It's destroying our futures. It's destroying us very, very big time. It's destroying us. I'm not fighting with Operation Dudula. I support Operation Dudula 100%. I support Ntantalax 100%. Don't blame my opinion. I'm not fighting with anyone. If South Africans, you are really want to take back the township economy, go outside there and queue with foreigners. Start selling it in the street. Start opening the spaza shops. It's where we can see that South Africans are ready to take over the township economy. I'm repeating again.
Yeah, interesting, guys. Interesting. So just let me know what you think.
I'm repeating this again. Foreigners, they are doing those jobs. They are occupying all those positions, those jobs, as the shops, markets, which is for local. Because of South Africans are not outside there. But Alex is fighting very, very hard. His fighting is pushing for South Africans to work. He doesn't want to see South Africans standing in the street, smoking without doing anything. South Africans, we have a serious issues here. We have a serious issues. We mustn't attack foreigners in order to fix these things. We must attack a government. Our government are the one who are allowing all those things to happen in this country. And I'm supporting Zimbabweans 100% for the shutdown the country of Zimbabwe. Brothers and sisters from Zimbabwe, be safe. We know that a lot of people will die for Zimbabwe. South Africans, brothers and sisters, I'm not supporting illegal immigrants. I'm not supporting illegal mines. But our governments are the main cause of everything which is happening in this country. Please, I'm not fighting with any South Africans. We need to face the truth in order to fix this. Zimbabweans, Tanzanians, Malawians, Burundis, all over Africa and South Africa, we are facing the economy problem. All of us, we have it.
Okay, so
economy issues. Because we don't have the right people. Those people who are there are not the right ones to move Africa or to run our economy. Seriously, South Africans, I know that a lot of South Africans, you are depending on 350s. Those free things, we can't even shut down the country because a lot of people, they will be thinking 350. 350 is not the money. It's nothing, 350. 350 is nothing. Things is expensive. We need to join together in order to fix this. We need to engage foreigners in order to fix this. We are the future of the world. We are the one who can unite Africa. Brothers and sisters, we mustn't hate each other like that. We mustn't hate each other like that. We need to face South African Home Affairs. We need to face labor laws. We need to face our government who are stealing billions and billions and give us 350s. South Africans, go outside there and open the markets. Go outside there and do plumbing. Go outside there. Start doing something before we chase these people away. Please do something instead of fighting with poor people. Those people are here because of the situation. There's situations, bad situations in their countries. And here we are failing to face our government, the main cause of this. When it's time for vote, we are voting ANC. Now we are the one who are crying. Those ANC leaders, please, South Africans, let's join together in order to fix these messes. Please, I'm not fighting with Operation Dudula. Please. Now there is shutdown in Zimbabwe. Zimbabweans are fighting day and night in order to fix their countries. But, the people who are supposed to assist Zimbabwe, which is ANC here, they are smuggling diamonds, they are stealing from Zimbabweans. They don't want those Shamsins to be removed in Zimbabwe because they are benefiting. If you can check the people who are exporting things to Zimbabwe, importing things there, you'll find like it's ANC children's leaders. South Africans, wake up and take back your country. Let's not fight with poor people, our brothers, who are trying to make some living. South Africa are stealing. South Africa's governments are stealing billions and billions from Zimbabwe. Zimbabweans, they don't have powers. We need to join together in order to us.
Okay. In order to what?
And fix these messes. I love you all, brothers and sisters. I love you all. We mustn't hate each other like that.
Okay, guys. So this is the two live streams that were done by this guy who goes by the name GP, and I went through some comments there, and a lot of South Africans were not really happy because of his utterances. Okay, like from those who listened from the beginning, where you were saying that by chasing away people who are working in the streets, okay, maybe the vendors, those who are selling fruits in the pavements, everything, by chasing them away, you are actually creating more people who are not employed, therefore creating more criminals. Because when you chase them away from the pavements where they are selling, they'll have nothing to do, and yet they still need to to make ends meet. So therefore they're going to to start to they're going to resort to stealing, or committing crime. So this is what he was actually saying. And also he was saying that even if you say they should be deported, he said that history has shown that no, they're not going anywhere. Okay, they're going to continue to be with us. They're saying like you might send people away from Lesotho, from sorry, from which from Alexandra, maybe they will go to Mamelodi. From Mamelodi, you chase them away, maybe they go to Tembisa. So he was actually saying, so it's better for us to just let them be selling while we are dealing with ANC, so that the borders can be closed, because right now there is no security because the borders are still open, which means anyone who is sent into Zimbabwe can easily come back. Anyone sent into Malawi, they can easily come back because of the porous borders. Okay, so so that is all I wanted to share with you, my friends. Also, from those of you who came in earlier, I told you that the guest who was supposed to be with us tonight could not come because they got occupied with something. Therefore, I just decided to play this audio and also to talk about Lesotho, who wants to join South Africa. You see, South Africa, you are loved so much, okay? You are loved so much. You are loved so much. See, other people, they even want to be a province of South Africa, okay? I was like, well, South Africa is really overwhelmed, okay? And also, I think South Africa is welcome discussion very okay. Okay. And so movement want to so they would rather be part of South Africa, okay, than to be a country on its own. So I know everything is going on. And why the citizens in the community to vote. They want to be province or they want to be and Swaziland must be incorporated into South Africa or else will invade like Russia one day. No, you guys. Can you share the link? Okay, I've already shared the link there. And then someone says, Ziki, South Africa, or any other westernized type of country do not allow selling on the sidewalks, only certain designated areas. If we just allow people to sell, it drops the value of the dog. I know, I understand, but yes, that is why they have those demarcations there, where people go to the city council, they're going to be given where they're supposed to sell, and they have, I think they pay some little money, okay, to the city council, or they, for them to be allowed to sell by the designated areas on the pavement. Yes, I do understand that correctly. Yes. Again, another comment says, okay, let's see. Okay, say this guy is a pan-Africanist. Okay, yeah, he's talking about not chasing our brothers away, but at the same time saying that illegal immigrants are not good. We don't want them, but if you chase them away right now, it's not a good time. Okay, because still, even if you want them to go, they're not going anywhere. Okay, so they're still going to stay. They're still going to stay, but the comments there were very interesting. South Africans were telling you that you are a sellout. Okay, you are a sellout, so we don't really want you to. Okay, let me read this comment. Someone said they should have been dismantled decades ago. They will just remain a liability. Okay, so you guys, like I say, unfortunately today I prepared a topic for our discussion, but the person who was coming to be our guest told me that they are occupied somewhere with work, so they cannot be with us tonight. So they can only be joining us next week. So right now, my coming out here was just to give you this update and also to just share this clip that I came across. But you guys, if you just want to say hello, hello, it's Mother's Day, right? And we also have to, we are thinking of, those Zimbabwean mothers who are in South Africa right now and who are living in fear of, being dudulaed, okay? So yeah, how mothers are. We had the first mother that we had that time who came to our live stream, that she had to, to hustle for the kids, to send the children to school and everything, okay? So, like when as we are commemorating Mother's Day, we just have to also think of those Zimbabwean mothers who are hustling in the streets of South Africa, trying to make ends meet for the children, all right? So it's very difficult, it's very hard, but again, it goes back to the leaders who don't really care about their people, to the leaders who don't put their people first, to the leaders who destroy their countries, hence destroying the many livelihoods, okay? That is why we see a lot of women will be suffering, because at the end of the day, the burden of the family mainly lies on the head of the woman. Okay, she's the mother. She cannot sleep seeing her children suffering, seeing her children without food, seeing her children without going to school. She will do everything that they can. If you want to take check, okay, you will see that even from long time ago, our mothers have been coming to South Africa, to buy, they were selling these tablecloth, bed covers. They've been crossing, cross border. They've been doing cross border for a very long time. Okay, way before 2008, they've still been doing that. These mothers from Zimbabwe around Africa, they going to sell, the crochets, the everything, to looking after their families. So there's always been a burden of women, okay? And now when it came the moment of 2008, we saw how these women were suffering, and they ended up sacrificing, to cross the Limpopo, risking their lives. A lot of things happening to these women, some of them being raped. We have had a lot of stories of these women being raped, when they're trying to cross into South Africa and they have their goods stolen, and also they are promised things like, okay, we're going to help you to cross. When they get close to Messina there, in that caboose after the river, they get raped, they get robbed. Some of them, they get killed. So you see, women, they bear so much. They are not as strong as, like physically strong, like as a man. you can fight. Okay, you can fight someone wanting to. You might try to fight, but as a woman, they are easily, outpowered, and hence they face a lot of things. They face a lot of struggles. Okay, so when we are talking about this issue of South Africa, it really has to much to do with women, because we find that the majority of these people who are suffering in the streets, they are women. Okay, we have children, so it's really a sad moment. Okay, and we just wish our leaders could be like the people who have a heart. Okay, people who have their heart to understand that this thing is really, really hard. They need to change. They need to make sure that the countries are functioning in order to protect the women of Africa. Women are suffering. Okay, hey Patrick.
Hello, how you do?
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks, and yourself?
I am doing fine.
I'm doing back to. Hey, can you please just have me back? I mean, I'm just having a problem here with my Wi-Fi, so I'm just trying to set it up, but I will be back. It's now.
It's okay. It's
Thank
okay.
you. Awesome. Thank you for having me.
All
Thank
right.
you. Stop.
Hey, Marsh.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I wanted
Mm.
to say Happy Mother's Day to Africa.
Yay! Thank
Mama Africa.
you. Thank you. Did you follow the audio that I shared earlier on?
Yes, I heard what the gentleman was saying.
Mm.
I can kind of hear where he's coming from. Because me
Okay.
personally, I'm a Zimbabwean.
Mm-hmm.
Relatives there before. My personal belief is that Zimbabweans, we need to understand the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Jobs are a big problem in South Africa now. I think unemployment is reaching 40%.
Mm.
So it's an obvious case that people are going to start getting emotional, especially towards
True.
foreigners. Even in
True.
England, if you look at England right now, where I stay, things are getting economically difficult. So there are a lot of emotions that are going towards people who are considered to be foreigners. That is
True.
even what led to Brexit. They even wanted the Eastern Europeans out of the UK.
Wow.
Even though they've got the same skin color. And
So
when
you are
Brexit happened, a lot of people, we felt a lot of abuse. We got letters. People thought that when they voted for Brexit, black people would leave the following day. We reported and some people were joking around, what are you doing here? Where it is. So what we have in South Africa, the economy, unfortunately, if we look at the statistics, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, it shows us what is what.
What is
we
happening?
Look at
True.
the wealth of South Africa. We don't need to ask questions. We know which companies are there and which companies own the majority, and then give African people or African businesses. We're not getting the big contracts. We look at agriculture, it's the same thing. And I'm saying these things because in Zimbabwe, we experienced all the things that South Africa is experiencing.
True.
Having a big stake in the South African economy, we had them. And when we say that the government owns land which can be distributed, the honest truth is most of that land is not the land that people want. In most countries, anywhere you go in the world, the majority of the land is not worth much. The land which has the mines, the land which is good for agriculture, is only about 30 to 40% in most countries. And that is the land which is not controlled by South Africa. That's the bottom line. So my solution, which I would say, is Zimbabweans and other foreigners, we need to understand the situation. We need to be respectful. If we've got correct documentation, Work hard, do what you're supposed to do. If you do not have documentation, we should not be there. And we should not do crime no matter what. And the people in Zimbabwe, we need to understand that things are not well in South Africa. We need to stop the way we're doing right now. The story about the crocodiles, though, I mean, those are few and far apart. Most of the people in South are reaching South Africa. They're going through the border posts. I think you've got a real issue to deal with your officials. Understand people are getting a few dollars, they're getting paid, and they go through. Some people who have documents, they paid for those documents as well. So we can't blame the people. How about the people who are corruption to happen? That's an issue that needs to be dealt with. But again, moving forward as a nation, I think people need to understand that things are this way for a reason. There's a thing called capitalism, and those who have the opportunity to do the research need to find out how this capitalism thing works. Because remember, capitalism gave us slavery. It gave us apartheid. It gave us colonialism. And it only ended because people fought to put it to an end. Otherwise, if some of these corporations and some of these people could have things their way, they would continue doing things that way. So when these foreigners, people call, nobody is benefiting. Because if they can pay 10 people for the same money they would pay one person, why not? Do you think there's really any think some certain people see a need to get rid of foreigners when it's increasing their profits? I mean, let's look at even look at the police force. South Africa is the biggest economy in Africa. So how can the country with the biggest economy have one of the worst police forces in the world? Can you not see that this is by design? This is by design to allow all these problems to happen. So we've got to look at the situation as it is, that there's a bigger problem. We can't keep cutting the tail. The snake will not die. There's a head which we're leaving alone. Why are we not touching that head? And I'll just say, understand what sanctions are. Because the day South Africans decide to stand up and take control of the country, the economy, those sanctions are coming. So people need to understand the government of South Africa needs to be responsible and start educating people about sanctions. Otherwise, when these sanctions come, people won't understand what's going on.
Exactly.
And there will be a civil war in South Africa. Because the good thing I like about South African people, when you've got a problem, you try to do something about it.
They stand up for it.
Countries, they normally let a problem grow. So that's my advice, my solution. People need to understand what is the bigger problem. People need to study what is capitalism, and people need to prepare. Because if people really want to take over the economy, sanctions are coming. That's all I wanted to say today.
So your solution to Zimbabweans are saying Zimbabweans should go back home. Okay, if you are undocumented, just go home. Don't go to South Africa if you don't have proper documents.
No, don't go home. I'm saying if you're documented, work.
But I'm saying, I'm saying those who don't
as you are supposed to, but you shouldn't be there because you're causing a problem. Because the country you're leaving will become worse, and you're also going to cause problems in the country that you're in. If South Africa becomes a country of problems, it's not going to improve if people run away and go to Europe and go everywhere. Somebody has to build a nation. So we can't keep running and running and running. That's not going to solve any problems.
Okay. I wanted to ask you also. Okay. I wanted to ask you, do you think Zimbabwe can move past these sanctions and make the economy work for the better?
Saying a lot of people, my Zimbabweans, we like to say that we're educated. And we are not really educated. Because if you don't know how to make use of the resources that you have, how can you say you're educated? If you don't understand simple things like how capitalism works, in land, your president fights for land, then you're given, and you don't know what to do with it. How can you say you're educated? Simple things, even the currency itself. If you look at your own money and you say, our money is useless, and you're laughing, saying, my money is useless. No, somebody is making it useless. You need to find out who is making your money depreciate, because somebody is coming to your country with a special money and they're buying everything. And then they go back to their country and they're posting on social media saying, I had $50, I slept with seven women because with $50, they're laughing. So why is there such a difference? Why is somebody having a paper money which is not backed by any resources? Then they're coming with that paper money and they're taking resources, and we're being left with the paper. So all these little things, we can't really say we're educated when we don't understand these things. So Zimbabweans, we need to stop saying we're educated. We need to start looking at the problems as they are.
Yes, they are. I don't know if you got the question that I asked you just now.
Can you repeat it again? Because there's a little bit of noise.
The one I was asking you, that can Zimbabwe move past these economic challenges that they're facing, or move past the sanctions? Because remember, most of the time when we're discussing about how to fix Zimbabwe, the word sanctions always comes into play.
Well, Zimbabwe can't do it by itself. That is the reality. We hate Pan-Africanism because we say it's something that wants to unite Africa into one thing, and that's impossible. But unfortunately, this country, Africa, was not designed to function as small, poor countries. So the only way to beat sanctions is to work with other African countries. You don't have to become one country, but at least if African countries can sit down and say, this is what we have. In this part of the country, in this country, we have this. In South Africa, we have this. In Botswana, we have this. And then we start trading between each other and start saying, okay, what are we importing from other parts of the world, like Europe? We're importing cars. When are we going to start building our own car manufacturing industries? Do you know that right now, if we were to start building a car manufacturing industry in South Africa or Zimbabwe, we would be buying spare parts from Europe to build that car. We can't keep being controlled by other parts of the world. We need to start working together as different countries. I'm not saying open borders. No, the borders must remain closed because we need to have keep account of people who cross. But we do need to have our own trading agreements. That is what will make sanctions become obsolete. That is what will make all the countries grow and move into a better economic position. You were talking about Lesotho wanting to become part of South Africa. And I'm not surprised because Lesotho is too small to be an individual, to be a country. When you are that small, it is easy for anyone to control you because economically you're weak. When it comes to military, you're weak. So they have realized this themselves, that we are vulnerable. So they are much safer if they become part of South Africa. But there are other outsiders who don't want Lesotho to become part of South Africa because they want to continue looting it.
Wow, because they know if they join South Africa, then everything, the dynamics changes.
Yes, indeed. The looting stops.
Wow. Anyway, let me see. So, okay, maybe before you go, I also wanted to ask you, so which one is the immediate solution to the problem that is happening in South Africa right now? Because remember, Dudula is happening now, okay? So we're looking for immediate solutions for this situation that is happening right now in South Africa.
Immediate solution, one, the government should be more strict when it comes to border officials. How are people coming through the borders? That needs to be dealt with. This police force, it looks a little bit weak. The police force needs to be fixed. I mean, if you follow Operation Dudula, that's what they're complaining about, the police not doing its job. Fix those things. Then those people who are illegal immigrants, the government now needs to separate who is there legally, who is there illegally. Right now, it seems as if they're being put under one umbrella, and some of the people who've had their businesses destroyed are people who actually have the legal documents.
Yes.
Right now,
yes.
and that man who was Mr. Nyati, who passed away sadly, he was not the drug dealer who the people were looking for. They got the wrong person. If they are drug dealers, they must be arrested. If there are people doing crime, they must be arrested. If you start dealing with those small things, if it becomes difficult for people to cross into South Africa, people won't go. People are going there because it's easy. That's the reality. People are not going to France. They're not going to UK. Even people who do have the money to pay for the flight, they will send you back right away.
Yeah,
someone
they
is
will.
letting these people in.
So it's the South African officials that are letting the people in, right? Because people are passing. Imagine we have got the Zimbabwean side and we have the South African side where you present your passport. Okay. So how are people in between there from Zimbabwean side, they're let in, South African side, they're let in. So how is it working like that? And how are these people getting into South Africa in such large numbers? Okay.
Yeah, it's a funny thing, but no to violence. That is not the right thing to do. When we beat each other, other people from Europe, they'll be laughing, saying, "Look at them. They are not ready to rule themselves. Look at these animals beating each other, fighting each other. That's not the way forward. The governments must engage each other and find a way forward. Don't beat each other. That's the last thing people should do."
But so far from all the problems that we have seen in the past that have been happening, we have not seen any involvement of like of governments, okay, on government level.
Well, we've got Operation Dudula. They should go and sit outside Parliament until the Parliament does the right thing.
Okay, so Operation Dudula should just actually go to this government offices and say, "Hey, we are here. Do something."
That's why right now there's a little bit of friction between them and EFF. Instead of fighting each other, sit down. What is the problem? Because Operation Dudula is not in Parliament. EFF is in Parliament. So maybe if they sit down with EFF, then EFF, if they're that radical, they should go and take these things to Parliament. They do have 11%, which is that's significant to be heard.
But you know, we had EFF saying that they will never sit down with anybody, okay? So it seems like they're really not willing to join with the Operation Dudula in anyhow. So at the end of the day, we'll still have them like that.
They will have to talk to somebody because the way things are looking, their support is going down. So I think some of the things which they said in the past, they're going to have to change the way they do the things they do, because at the moment, if Operation Dudula was a party, they would have taken at least 50% of their vote.
True. Hey, Patrick.
Anyway, thank you very much. I'll spend the rest of the time listening.
Okay, thank you. Hey, Patrick.
Hello, how are you doing, Ziki?
I'm doing great. You've been listening?
Yeah, even though I came late, I've been trying to catch up, but yeah. I was a little bit late today, but I'm grateful that I did catch up. Can you just brief me up on what you've discussed
Okay,
so
now
far?
the first thing, the first audio that I shared was about, this guy who goes by the name GP Caterpillar, something like that, who was saying South Africans should not chase away, people who are selling, like the vendors, all those people, right? Because if you
Yeah,
chase
yeah.
them, they become unemployed. When they're
Mm,
unemployed, there's going to be more crime. And he was
mm, mm.
also saying that if you chase those, for example, if you chase these people from Mamelodi, they'll go to
Yeah, yeah.
Alexandra, from Alexandra, they'll go to Tembisa. So because the borders are still open, okay. So this is
Mm.
generally what he was saying.
Okay, okay. Well, okay. Speaking about that, yes, the guy might be true. If speaking about it, because yes, we know that the job, most of the people are unemployed. Yeah, so the employment rate is very, very high. It's very, very high at the current moment here in South Africa. So yes, yes, we know that in the past there were less people, there were less vendors on the streets, especially in the places like in the cities or in the suburban areas. There were
Mm.
less vendors. Yeah, yeah. But now, because of this, this high rates of unemployment, the so-called vendors have increased it. Because people are trying to make the ends meet.
Mhm.
So now it's yeah, it's very, very difficult for the people not to follow that all law that people should not be selling on the streets and stuff, because now we see that it's not working, because even the government himself is failing to provide jobs for people. So now yeah, for me, I would say yes, people should be selling on the streets, even though the shoe follows the law, like, because people, they cannot just put their own stuff everywhere on the streets, because
Yeah.
every city has own law, every country has own law. See, so yes, people should follow the law when it comes to to selling on the streets. As vendors, yes, they should follow the city laws. But I don't think that people at this current at this current time, while we're dealing with this situation that we're dealing with, people shouldn't be stopping selling, because we know that it's not about it's not about the city looking good, the suburban areas looking good. People try to make the ends meet. People try to make the ends meet. The government is failing to provide job for the people, so people want they're fighting for survival. Everyone is trying to fight for survival. So yes, people shouldn't be chased out if there's no other solution for them. If there's no solution for them to provide jobs, you see, unless there is a way for them to provide jobs, or there is a way for them, to take them somewhere, to build them maybe a certain type of a building where they could put them together and say, okay, this is a certain area for you to go there and sell there. This kind of areas.
Mm.
If they're saying that they're interfering and stuff. But at this current moment of time, yeah, people shouldn't be chased out. People shouldn't be chased out, because as the article said, yes, if they chase them out and they try to stop them, not speaking about the foreigners themselves or not, but I'm speaking about also the South Africans, because as we do know, there's not only foreigners who are selling on the street. We also have a number of
Yeah.
South now. It's I will say that it's every man for himself, find for himself. It's trying to survive.
Mhm.
So yeah, people shouldn't be if the government does not have a solution for them, then they shouldn't be chased out. They shouldn't be chased out, because yeah, everyone is trying to make the ends meet. Everyone trying to make a living, to take care of their families and themselves. So yeah, people shouldn't be chased out. Shouldn't be chased out. People should just say, because did
Okay.
you yeah.
Also, yeah, also the brother spoke about, about foreigners who are renting houses from the locals. They're saying if you start chasing away these foreigners who are renting houses from South Africans, it means some of these South African household are going to be left with no tenants. Hence, they won't be having some money that they were using, to take care of their families.
Mm. I, I'm not sure about that, but the situation. It's a very sensitive situation that yes you are talking about. But yes, I think yes, because at this current moment of time, yes, we are aware that the landlords, actually the landlord themselves, they're looking for money. They're looking for money. They want to rent the places. They want to rent places. As we know that most of the people here in South Africa, they're unemployed. They're unemployed. So that means most of them, those who also got
Mhm.
retrenched, they moved back home, like to move back home to the farms, or to the rural areas and stuff. So yes, we do know that most of the people who are renting, most of the people who are renting houses, the people who are doing businesses, the people who who are unemployed. So yes, if you do, kind of like affect those type of people who are renting, yes, the landlords will be affected. Yes, they don't, because they need money at the end of the day. So if you chase out the people that's kind of supporting them, yes, they will be also affected. They will be also affected because who will be renting those places right now? Because as we know, the number of houses, that the people are renting, but it's still looking for people to rent those houses. But there are no people to rent those houses because most of the people are unemployed, and you cannot just rent a house if you're not employed. So now if
Yes.
if I get unemployed, definitely instantly I have to, I have to leave your house and go back home to try, make to try to think of another solution, make another plan. And then by the
Mm.
time I leave your house, you'll be affected too, because now you have a time to, to try to look for someone to rent your place. And these days it's not easy to find someone to rent your place, because even my mom, she got some places in town, a couple of rooms in a certain places that she rents. She rents for students or people who are employed. Most of the time, people
Mm.
get unemployed, and they get to leave the house, out of the blue, unexpectedly. And then now
Yeah.
yeah, and then we get to a time to try to look for someone, and that I can tell you the truth that this one time the house, we were short about 4 to 5 people. The house almost, for 2 months. For 2 months we couldn't find someone. For 2 months we couldn't find someone. And can you imagine now, as a landlord, now you have to, out of your pocket, now you have to pay. You have to pay that the owner. You have to pay that owner out of your
Mm.
own pocket, because now there's no one to rent your house. You see,
Yeah,
because
it's
now,
difficult.
yeah,
So
because now, because now that also business. That's also business. So yeah. There might be true that if you chase those guys out,
mm.
the landlords will be affected too. They will be affected. They will be affected.
Yeah, I came across a video of one gogo who was saying,
Mm,
okay, I think the Operation Dudula came to the area, and they told this gogo to chase away the foreign tenants who were in the house. They said you should chase all of them away. We don't want to see them here and everything. And so this gogo was like, no, if I chase them away, who is coming to rent in my house? These people will pay me rent, and it was really helping me. So you find sometimes such kind of situations again, that's why you find that there will be some other people who will be, covering for their foreign tenants because they are what? They're giving some rent money from them.
mm, mm, Yeah. I think I can get you, Zik, even though your network, it's a little bit, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. I don't know why. The problem we have here is that I
Mm,
don't go on YouTube directly. I need to
mm.
have a VPN. So I
Okay.
subscribe. I have to subscribe via VPN because here Google is banned.
There might be a great
Uh,
idea. There
yeah,
must be
so
a great
Google is
idea.
banned. Anything to do with Google is banned. And therefore, I have
Oh,
to
oh,
use my VPN. So the connection sometimes it can be interrupted, or it's really crazy. It's really
okay.
crazy. So sometimes, but because
Uh,
I even have I use my Wi-Fi 24 hours. I have Wi-Fi unlimited and it's strong. But the only
mm,
thing
this,
is
that's, that's why even
this
me too.
VPN.
I had to say, can you please cut me off, because I thought it was my land that was bad, so I had to move outside. But then I had to go back to the room after I realized that no, it's not my network.
No, it should be mine. It should be my VPN. I think I don't know what's going on today. I don't know
Okay,
why they're
okay, no, we'll try.
interrupting my network.
Okay, no, we'll try our best to stay connected. To stay connected.
Yeah,
So
they're
yeah.
interrupting my.
Mm. Okay. What?
They say trying to move closer to your router. No, come on. I really don't know why.
Yeah,
Seriously, I
yeah.
don't know why it's like that.
Mm.
Because it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not it's not a shared Wi-Fi. So I would say maybe a lot of people are using it. It's not
Yeah.
really a shared
Oh, it's
Wi-Fi.
not
They
really.
just
Yeah, yeah.
what
Because
is going on. I think today I will just
might
have
be
to end
YouTube.
it.
Yes, might it might be
I
YouTube.
think today I'll just have to end this live stream because so that I can try and maybe I'll go and unplug and plug again VPN router. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
any message for
yeah,
the
yeah.
mothers? It's Mother's Day,
Hmm. Yes, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers. Hope you'll enjoy.
It's all about mothers, okay?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly, exactly.
It's all about mothers. I don't know today our
The
content will
most.
be anyway. That's funny. So thank you, Patrick. I think today I have to leave early.
Okay, so sad, so sad, so sad. So,
Today we have to leave early because I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi here. Or maybe it's because of my VPN. I don't know. Maybe just frustrated, but my VPN is connected, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's. Anyway, Patrick, thank you so much. Goodbye.
thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
So guys, I don't know what is happening with my network, and I know that you guys is just really going so bad. So all I have to do right now is just to love you and to leave you. Maybe I need to go and check my router and see what is going on. Maybe I'm going to unplug and plug it in again. And if I check that the network is okay, maybe I'll come back a little bit later. But for now, I cannot I cannot have continue with the live streaming if it is not audible enough, and if it's not clear enough, and if it's being interrupted. Okay, so I cannot continue with the live stream like that. So thank you guys. I will join you again shortly. Let me go and fix the Wi-Fi router, remove, plug again, and let's see how it's going to be. Okay, bye bye, see you later. Let me go check something there and see what's going on. Let me go and see what is going on. Okay, Bumi, thank you. Bye-bye. Let me go and check on this Wi-Fi thing. It's really frustrating, okay? It's not supposed to be like that. I don't know what's going on. Wilma, Michelle, live in wisdom. Thank you, guys. See you later. See you later. See you later. Let me go and check on this Wi-Fi, what's going on there. Let's see what's going on there. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. See you later. Let me go and fix the Wi-Fi, okay? So that we have something very clear and